Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. You know, family, sometimes there are government workers who do not take their job seriously. On this video, on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial, we see Sergeant Mogane on the witness stand. Sergeant Mogane is testifying about the cell phone that was retrieved from accused number 5 in KZN. Sergeant Mogane says they were called, they meaning himself and Brigadier Gininda, to come and fetch the cell phone that, according to the head of the prison in Kalabusha, has retrieved from accused number 5. Sergeant Mogane, in his presentation, he says they went to Kalabusha because they were called by the head of the state, and arriving there, they collected the cell phone without even recording that cell phone. He says they used his diary to record the cell phone instead of using the official books, official recording books. They used his own diary. Hence, I'm saying sometimes people do not take their job seriously. Now, today he says the diary has got lost, so there are no records, so there's no evidence to say they did that on that particular day and they followed the correct procedures. Family, how would you deny it when somebody would say this is not the exact cell phone that was retrieved from accused number 5? Because accused number 5 can say, no, this is not the one. So how are they going to argue that? Because there is nowhere where the cell phone has been properly recorded. So, family, let's watch and listen to this clip.
I just want to show you the original of the exhibit register from Fisokuhle police station.
Originally, yeah, the register jar Fisokuhle.
That would be exhibit CC. Can you just put the particulars of those entries on record?
Okay, le gore lebe go ngwetsweng ga na mowe.
Mo gare ga buka e column ya mathomo ina le SAP 13 number.
In this book, the first column has a SAP 13 number. Kule ncwadi I column yokuqala ine nombolo ye SAP 13.
Wona ngwetsa ka tsela 604.
It is written 604. Uthi ke ibhalwe 604.
Le tshachile go ki shitse wana ba Fisokuhle ska lona.
And the date in which I had submitted at Fisokuhle kunesuku futhi ukuthi ngayisa nini leyo nto eFisokuhle.
Column ya bobedi ina le lebitso la station ke Fisokuhle.
And on the second column, the name of the station is written there as Fisokuhle. We column yesibini kubhaliwe igama le station kuyi Fisokuhle.
The case number 636 of 10/2014.
And the case number is also written there, which is case 636 10 of 2014. Case number ibhaliwe lapho case 636 10 ka 2014.
Column ya boraro yona ngwe bala ka tsela e.
And the third column reads as thus:
one stylo cell phone sealed exhibit back P2 PB 000258286.
Uthike ubhalileke lapho ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini owodwa westylo yona I-seal number yakhona kwakade ku P2 B 000258286.
Column ya bone
and the fourth column
in which name and address of a finder, Detective Sergeant Mogane, National Cold Case Unit.
Is written the name and the address of the finder, and it is Detective Sergeant Mogane, National Cold Case Unit.
Circumstances under which and place where found or seized, found in possession of accused at Kala Kabucha prison in Mogane.
Iyabhalwa futhi nokuthi kwakade kwenzakalani ukuze leyo nto izotholwa, kubhalwe ukuthi uthole leyo nto eqala kabutsha eMpangeni.
In his evidence in chief, the first mistake that Sergeant Mogane does is when he says he is the one who found the cell phone in in that prison, and definitely he's not, according to what he has already presented. The person who found it, it's Yaka. Mr. Yaka is the one who found the cell phone in those prison cells. For him to say he's the one who has found it, I'm glad Advocate Mshololo noticed that and he nailed him. He grilled Sergeant Mogane on that family. It was clear that there were some lies about Sergeant Mogane. And I'm so happy that Advocate Mshololo has also noticed that. So let's listen to Mshololo as she is frying, as she is grilling Sergeant Mogane. Let's listen.
Afa ke nnete gore lena le be le sego gebe sellathekeng sela se se go botlhatsi ba CC sebe se khumanwa. Yes, I was not present.
Uyiqiniso ukuthi inkathi kuthola ke makhalekhukhwini lona ke ochaziwe ke kwizibithu CC ngangekho.
At the time when it was handed to you, it was not contained in a silver.
Gebe ba le nya yona ibe ise ka gare ga lesakana le letswaletswe. That is correct.
Uyiqiniso ukuthi ke inkathi ke idluliso noma inikezwa kumina ke yayingekho ke kuyisaka ke noma ke isikhwama ke sokufakazi.
And you did not find it from any of the registers of the prison where all the cell phones are recovered from inmates.
Ga senke le humane go di registera tša kgolego tše le gore di lathekeng ka moka tše di humaneng go ba golegwa di be di ngwatšwe gona.
Ke nnete ome ewe e tla tlhatlhaotša ke Mr. Yaka ka gore ke golego ya gage mme ba na le tsela ye bona ba e dirang ka gona.
That is correct. However, that would be explained by Mr. Yaka as he is the head of that prison. Perhaps they have a different way which they are using.
Kuyiqiniso nokuthi ke kuyincwadi ke noma kuma register ke wo ke ama police station ke la ekubhalwa khona ke lokho noma ke omakhalekhukhwini abatholakele kuyiboshwa ubhalwa khona ke kodwa ke lokho kuzochazwa uyena ke uMr. Yaka ngoba kuyena ke inhloko noma ke ophethe ke kuleyo police station.
Forget about what will be explained by Mr. Yaka.
Ba re le lebale ka se le tlhalosetsweng ke mongadi Yaka.
Asking you if you found this cell phone registered in any of the registers where you signed for it.
Ba re ba botsisha lena gore sellathekeng sela go gona mo ileng gore se be se ngwadilwe gona go setting sa di registera na pile lena la sign.
Na awa.
No.
Cha akukho la khona ke ngithole ibhake khona ke kwincwadi ethize la ebafuneka ukuthi ngisayinde kuyona.
Was it kept in any safe when it was handed to you?
Gebe ba le nya yona ibe ile ka gare ga safe area.
Awa.
No.
Akukho ke nesafe ke noma ke safe la eyagcina khona ke inkathi nikezwa kumina.
And is it also correct that you don't know as to when was it recovered from the said inmate?
Afa ke nnete gore lena gape ga le tsebe le gore ba ihumane neneng go mo latofatong.
Ka re tshetse go boeletsa gape le re ke se ka bolela ka Mr. Yaka gomme ke ena tlatlang a tlhalosha botse gore o tiragala ba gomme nna ke tseye gore na o ikelele eng.
As I have said, even though you said I should not mention Mr. Yaka, however, he is the one that would be able to come and explain on when did he discover that cell phone.
Ukuthi ke yatholakala nini noma yatholwa nini ke kwisibosho leso bese ngiphenduleke kwaba wena ke ongivimbayo ukuthi ngakhulumi noMr. Yaka ukuthi uyena ongasho ke noma ongeza azosho ukuthi yatholakala nini sona isibosho.
But I am asking you, Mr. Mogane, do you know when was it recovered? When? Time, I mean time. When was it recovered from the alleged inmate? Yes or no? If you don't know, you don't know.
I
do not know.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Was there any SIM card included or packed inside together with the cell phone that was recovered?
SIM card phone.
SIM card,
I did not look for the SIM card. I just took the cell phone.
Okay. What was the serial number of the cell phone that you recovered?
Numero ya serial number ya cell phone you. I did not take the serial number, therefore I do not know.
Why? Why not?
I did not think of taking the serial number as I was instructed to come and take the cell phone.
Mr. Mogane, you are a detective, am I correct?
Mr. Mogane, detective. That is correct.
And you said for how many years of experience you have? Or you had at that time in 2020 when you recovered this cell phone?
I think plus minus 20 years, no, 15 plus.
Plus minus 15 years.
Okay. So you are telling this court that a detective of 15 years of experience did not know that he was supposed to check the serial number of the cell phone that he has recovered and record it.
Cell phone and serial number cell phone you wear the by one fast. In the line of duties, there is somewhere where things are mixed up, where you do not know what to write and what not to write.
I understand, Mr. Mogane, but in this instance, you have recovered a cell phone which was not contained in a seal bag. And when you receive that cell phone, you don't check and record the serial number for that cell phone.
Le kumana mogala o ene gore o be o se ka gare ga lesakana le bentswa le tšo gape lena ga le sa lebella le serial number ya lona ya ona mogala o
bolela nnete a ya go gola go ngwala serial number na be ke no tša cell phone fela.
To be quite honest, I did not think of writing the serial number. I just thought of taking the cell phone.
Ukukhuluma nje iqiniso ke angizange ngicabange ukuthi kubhaleke inamba leyo abayibiza ngokuthi ke serial number ngezake mina ukuthi ke ngizolanda ke ucingo lolo.
I put it to you that the cell phone you have referred to in Exhibit CC, it's not the cell phone that was recovered by Mr. Miyaka from the inmates referred to in this exhibit.
Barbale bojale na gore sela thekeng sele gore le tla le ka sona go tlhatsi ga se sona sela se sebele gore se se khumane ke mo ga di ya
a ke tse go fetola bela ga gore nna ke kgweditse cellphone ya style ke fa ke Mr. Yaka gore yena o ikrela mfutamang o a sona a ke tse.
I do not know how to respond as I received a cell phone of Stylo, whether how he got it and when I do not know.
Ngiyatshela ke ukuthi ke ucingo obebele okhuluma ngalo lana ke akusilona ke lolu obatholakala ke kuyiboshwa noma kwesinye seyiboshwa ke angazi ukuthi ngizophendula kanjani ke lokho mina ke ukuthi ke ngathola ke iselfone style ukuthi uMr. Miyaka wayithola kanjani ithola abantu angakwazi ke lo.
To put it differently, do you know how many Stylo cell phones had been recovered from inmates at Kalakabusha prison on the same date of the 20th of August 2020?
Bare lena le a tseba na gore bona le megala ye mekai ya Stylo ye le gore ba ikhumane ka lona tšatši la di 20 August ka kwa Kalakabusha.
A ke tse.
No, I do not know.
Angazi ke ukuthi ke kunama cellphone amangaki ohlobo lweStylo atholakala ngalelo langa lelo ke la August 2020 kulona ijele laseKalakabusha.
Do you have evidence to prove that this Stylo that you mentioned in your evidence in chief, it's the same one that was recovered from the said inmate referred to in Exhibit CC?
Lena le botlhatsi bo eng gore o ka tla ba tlhalosa gore sona se la thekeng same way ke sona se le gore se khumane go yena mo go le wa uwe o ile gore go be go lela ka yena mo botlhatsing mo ba ga sisi.
Ka fetola ga gore nka ke la botlhatsi gomme Mr. Yaka ke na tla tlanga tlhalositša goro o tla le fetola botse gore na se la thekeng se amphile sona sona sa se goditseng go molatofatswa na.
My Lord, I can respond by saying I do not have any evidence. However, Mr. Yaka is the one that would come and explain on whether did he find that cell phone from that inmate or not.
Ngabe yini ke ubufakazi noma ungasho yini ukuthi ke iStylo lesi onikeze ngomfako noma wethule ubufakazi ngaso ubufakazi bakho kuyinhloko ukuthi isona ke lesi ekhulunywa ngaso lana ke ku-Exhibit CC ubufakazi ukuthi ke nabo ke angeke ngisho kodwa ke uMr. Yaka ekuyena ke owayithola ke uyena ongazo phake lenkantolo ubufakazi ke asho ukuthi wayithola kuyena loyo muntu lowo noma wayithola kanjani.
Please try not to include Mr. Yaka. When I say you, I mean you as Warrant Officer Mogane. If you say you do not have evidence, it should end there. You do not have evidence. Forget about what Mr. Yaka will come and say.
Bare lena lo tlhatsi ba ba gopela gore le se go bolela ka mogadi Yaka yena o tla a tlo tlhalosa ifela ba nyaka go tseba ka lena gore lena le leng Warrant Officer Mogane lena le bona go tlhatsi bo wena.
You understand?
Le a kwishisha.
Ke le kwishisha mara bjale ke tla tlogelo go eletša ka gore ke fela ke tsopola Mr. Yaka ka gore ke ena mphileng sela thekeo seo ke seo yena mara a ke na bjona bohlatsi bjo ke yona na.
Yes, I do understand. However, I will keep on referring to Mr. Yaka as he is the one that has given me that cell phone, and I do not have that evidence that it was from that inmate.
Ngizocela ke ukuthi uma ukhuluma ngoba uma ngikubuza ke ukubuzo ngibuza wena ke officer Mogane ungafaki ke uMr. Yaka ngiyakuzwa ke kodwa ke njalo uma ngikhuluma ngizophendula ke ngithi uMr. Yaka ngoba uyena umuntu owamnikeza lolo cingo lolo mina ke ubufakazi ngokwami anginabo.
Okay. Let's now come into the exhibit per se that we have referred to this court, which is Exhibit CC. Firstly, let me clarify this, which I did not get it clear from the state. Are you testifying from the original book or from the extract of the original book?
fana ka bohlatse go tlogella ntho e leng gore e be e dirilwe copy.
Original.
It is the original.
Lana engithola khona ke ubufakazi incwadi lena ke iyona incwadi yalapha yana e-police station ebizwa ukuthi ke original.
Where is it? Can I see?
Bare le ba bontshe yona.
The book. Okay, let's start from column number 1. Serial number 604. Is that the entry that you read into the record?
Barretomega column Yamatomos yelling 604 Kionelli watching.
I just want to copy no horror.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it
And
is.
the date written there is the 20th of August 2020. Am I correct?
Date in which 20 August 2020. That is correct.
Okay.
Yebo ke lapha phezulu 604 idate nge 20th August 2020.
That date indicated as 20 August 2020, is this the date in which you entered this exhibit into this register, or is the date in which you recovered the handset?
Letšatši le le leng gore go ngwetšwe ka lona e leng di 20 tša August 2020. Lena ke letšatši le leng gore le be le ngwala mowe goba ke letšatši le be le amogela mo sellathekeng seo.
It
is the date when I handed in the exhibit in Phosphorus.
Ilanga leli lange 20 ku August 2020 ilanga ke la exhibit leli engalifaka noma engadlulisela ngalo e-police station yase Phosphorus.
Okay. When was it recovered?
Yona ihumanweni.
On the 19th of 8, 2020.
On the 19th of August in 2020.
Yona ke yatholakala ngazo i-19 zika August ngo 2020.
At what time?
Kana I do not recall what time was it, but it was in the afternoon.
Angisakhumbuli ke isikhathi ke kodwa ke kwakusemini.
Did you record it anywhere?
Like I said, that my diary went missing. I was writing in my diary.
Ukuthi ke khona ke la babhala khona ke bese ngishilo ke ngaphambilini ukuthi ke incwadi yami ke i-diary yalahleka ila engangibhala khona.
And from the time when you recovered it up to the time when you entered this exhibit into the register, where was this handset kept?
Go tlogelleng nakong yebe di humana go fitlhelleng nakong yebe le ngwana mo yona sona se la thekeng sela se se le kae. It was kept in our vehicle.
Kusukela ngenkathi itholakala ke kuze be isikhathi lesike siyidlulisela khona ke nibhala lana ke yayigcinwe kuphi ke yona ke le cellphone emotweni.
Is it the procedure that the exhibits should be kept in your vehicle? Or in a lock-up safe?
Or in a
lock-up safe?
Ke ka moggo e leng gore go sepelwa ka ona go berekisiwa ka ona gore cellphone go ba botlhatse bo lokelwe ka gare ga koloi ya lena go ba swanetse bo be ka gare ga safe e tswalelwa.
Re kwishisha Africa 19 be le KZN re bizga nya tshishu tsheding. Umere le we krea len ra bia mo koloing ra drive fitla fro ter fitla Phosphorus re bukai.
If you recall, on the 19th we were in KZN in Mbangeni, and that's when we placed it in the vehicle, and we drove until in the morning when we arrived in Gauteng in Phosphorus.
Ngizokhumbula ke noma umbuzo ukuthi ke indlela ke nisebenza ngayo yini ukuthi ke uma nomfakazi noma ke exhibit ligcinwa emotweni noma ke safe uthi kuzokhumbula ukuthi ke ngazo i19 sasisekhezeni embangeni ke la ekusebenza khona ke umsebenzi ke sase siyahamba ke manje sithatha uhambo siza khona ke la eGoli safika ke ekseni la safika khona ke eFosloras la ibhaka khona.
Did you write any song in statement wherein you state that from the time when this exhibit was recovered up to the time when it was entered here, it was kept in your car and not in a lock-up safe?
Leader, one statement mo ile gore le kana le bolela gore go tlogeleng nakong ye le gore sela thekeng sela se khumane go fitlheleng le ile la ilo sengwala lona lena le belentse le se loketse ka koloing e seng ka safe.
E go gopola botse ke zmoitse mo daring ya ka gore step by step, we just said kama somebody mabi ilahlekile ne tla lo ntshwa mo ngwetsheng.
If my memory serves me well, I remember writing on my diary step by step on what had happened. It's just unfortunately it went missing.
You know what warrant?
Kunala uyibhala khona noma owabhala khona ukuthi ke izibit leli ke lagcinwa ke emotweni kodwa ke alagcinwa ke sefe ngeshwa ke njengoba bengishilo ukuthi ngabhala ke kwidiary noma kwincwadi ke yami ngokulandelelana ukuthi kwenzekani ke bese ngishilo ukuthi yalahleka.
Warrant officer, I'm not talking about the diary. I'm talking about a sworn-in statement, chain statement. You know what I'm referring to.
Warrant officer, where you done, Mr.
For the handling of this handset, did you do a sworn-in statement wherein you specify the time when you recovered this exhibit and how was it kept until the time when it was entered into this register?
Warrant officer, ka statement se no gorlena lengwetse dilo ka mga tse no go di diragetse go tlogelleng nakong ge be le khumana cellphone ye go fitlhelleng le be le tlo feletsa le se le ngwala le se le lokela ka bua ka station ka mo. I do understand and I did not write.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyakuzwa ke kodwa ke i-statement esifungelwe ke lokubizwa ngokuthi ke i-sworn statement angizange ngisibhaleke ukuthi ke uma kutholakala ucingo lagcinwa ke emotweni baze kwayisikhathi la sifika khona ke eFosloras la seke luyabhalwa ke encwadini yakho.
Okay. Whilst we are still on column number 3, wherein you identified the cell phone sealback P2B 00, is it 00 or 000258286?
Mo column ya bararo ba re ba butsa gore ke 00 go ba ke 000.
Because from this register there is 000.
Go ba no register e ba iswering e ngwadilwe 000.
Le ka mo ape P2B 000 258286.
Even on the side it is P2B 000 258286.
Nalana ke engifunda khona ke kubhaliwe ke P2B 000 uzibathathu ke 258 286.
What was the color of the handset?
Mala was latigeng belo muga.
It
was black.
Where is that? Where is that? Where does it say you recovered a black stilo cell phone here in this register?
I guess cell phone.
I did not write it. What was important is that I received a cell phone.
You
did not write it because you never recovered any black stilo cell phone from Mr. Yaga.
Stilo sesenso se sejwa o mongadia.
Cell phone or Mr. Yaga.
May I ask Ms. Mshololo, maybe you would explain to me which cell phone did I get from Mr. Yaga?
We are not asking questions. I'm the only one who is asking. You are only answering. If you don't know the answer, just say so.
lena ga lena tokelo ya gore le ka ba botša dipotšišo ke bona ba e leng gore ba le botša dipotšišo ge le sa tsebe lena le no ba botša gore ga le tsebe.
Let's move on to column number 4.
A re ye go column number 4.
You said the entry in column number 4 belonged to the founder of the cell phone. Is that what you said in your evidence in chief? Am I correct?
Selo se se ngwalang mo mo column ya 4 e bolela ka motho wo a humaneng cell phone.
That
is correct.
Ushilo ukuthi column 4 lana ikhuluma ke okay ilo owathola uyena lo owathola ucingo ngathi yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is this true?
That is correct.
Are you the one who found the cell phone?
Ke lena ba humaneng cell phone eo.
Ke ngwe tšea gore ke humanega Mr. Yaka.
I wrote it because I received it from Mr. Yaka.
Why didn't you write that here? Why didn't you write that here? That you received the handset from Mr. Yaka.
Gore le humane sellathekeng go tswa go Mr. Yaka.
Ka re tšetše go statement sa gore ke sekelela Mr. Yaka. Bjalo mo ke ngwe tša gore ke nna ke amphile go yona gore the founder we sure ke nna ke iladileng kwa toronkong a sa ka e kry-a go mogolanelwa a sebele.
As it is written on my statement, I wrote it here that I received it from Mr. Yaka, not that I am the one that discovered it from the inmate. I received it from Mr. Yaka.
Ubhalwe ku statement esam ukuthi ke ngimina ongayithola ku Mr. Yaka hayi ukuthi mina ngayithola sona isiboshwa kodwa ngayithola kuyena Mr. Yaka.
So this entry is not the true information. Does not contain the true information, does not contain the true fact that you are the one who found this cell phone. It was Mr. Yaka.
Sesulela gore se se mo ga se nnete ya gore ke lena ba le khumaneng sellathekeng sela se humanwe ke mongadi Yaka.
Ke sa boletša ke ganana le lena gape ga re nna mo ke ngwetše ka ge ke boletša ke re ke file ke Mr. Yaka mo toronkong bjale ke itse gore ke nna ke humaneng ka kwa gare ka ke file ke Mr. Yaka.
I repeat and dispute what you are saying. I am saying I received the cell phone as I was given by Mr. Yaka, not that I am the one that discovered it from an inmate. However, I received it from Mr. Yaka in prison.
Ngiyaphinda ke futhi ngiyaphikisa ke okushoyo ke ukuthi la engibhalile ukuthi mina ngalithola ucingo lokuya no Mr. Yaka. Hayi ukuthi mina ngalithola lapha ejele noma ke kusona isiboshwa kodwa Mr. Yaka owanikeza mina.
Okay. You said you have forgotten at what time was this handset. Did you recover this? Did you receive this handset at Kalagabusha? At what time did you enter it into this exhibit book?
Le le na le le gore le iphumana go mang sellathekeng sela ka kwa Kalagabusha. Jwale le na le ngwadile mo kana go mang.
Go pola go se le fro o ka o bi number tla go tswa kana go mang.
If I remember well, it was in the morning and the OB number would tell us what time was it.
Uma lana ke uma ubuza ngesikhathi yebo ngishilo ukuthi ke angikhumbuli ke isikhathi yatholakala ngaso kodwa ke ukuthi yabhalwa nini lana ke inamba lena ke yencwadi lena ke bizwa ukuthi OB iyona ke ezositshela kodwa bakusekuseni.
Okay. Then column number 6. Can you read?
Column number 6.
Can you read it again for me? 6.1. I see the date.
Date barbaya ibona.
Item 3.1 booked out for downloading.
Lana ke ubhaliwe ukuthi ke kwase iyakhishwa ke manje iyahanjiswa ukuthi iyohlola noma ke iyo downloadwa.
Yeah, at what time?
Kana bona?
Ya ke bolela gape ke re o bi tla bolela gore kana go ma ke sa go pola.
I would repeat that the OB would be able to tell us what time was it. I do not remember.
Why did he? And why didn't you include that time here in this column? Because there is a space here. The time when this exhibit was booked out.
Information range hanging. I go
As I read the column, We write as per what the information we received here, and there is nowhere where it specifies the time.
Uma ke sibhala ke lana ke lapha yana phezulu bayasichazela ke ukuthi yiphi imininingwane ekufanele ibhalwe. Uma ngibheka ke lana akukho la ngibona khona ukukhuluma ngesikhathi.
Okay. You further tested what happened to this handset after you had booked it out from the exhibit register?
Go diragetse eng ka yona botlhatsi bo bue ka moraga gore lena le be le ntšhitše go exhibit eo?
Sale ka iša go Colonel Stein analyst ya bena gore e download.
I took it to Colonel Stein, our analyst, for him to download it.
Where did, where did Colonel Stein sign for this exhibit when you handed it to him?
Colonel Stein yena o signile kae ge be le mone ya yona?
O signa mo diary ya ka ke re lahlerile ne tla ba bahlasi ba go sign.
He signed on my diary. As I am saying, it went missing. I would be able to produce it and show you that he had signed.
So you don't have records regarding the handing over of these exhibits to Colonel Stein?
Shifa le monea mongadi Stein na pile yena a di amogela. Unfortunately, at the moment, I do not have those records.
Did you apply for any 205 cell phone evidence regarding this handset?
Lile dira khopelo ya 205 ka botlhatse boki.
Awa.
No.
It's still over the suspicion of section 205.
Why not?
Again, cell phone dena hangza and sense.
Why not?
Gobani.
Ke le fa pala brigadier Gininda le la section 205. Na le dire mshoma ga o fitlamo o mena o tja mo tja lape.
That is the department of Brigadier Gininda. I did my duties up to there, and then he will take over further.
Ukuthi kungani ke ngazange kwenzeke lokho ukuthi ke lokho ke ungaphansi kwakhe ke ubrigadier Gininda ukuthi bese yena loqhubekayo mina ngawenza umsebenzi wami ukufica khona la ukusuka lapho ungidlula ngaphambili ba uyena ke ubrigadier Gininda.
Okay. Did you take this handset to any of the service providers?
Lile la
Cell phone service providers?
Lile la sela
at any stage?
Gongwe la sisha go ba bang ba ile gore ba shoma ka di la thekeng. Personally, I did not. I do not know if others that were busy working on the cell phone, did they take it to any service provider? But personally, I did not.
Ukuthi ke yadluliswa ke isuka kule indawo ke zama cell phones noma lokhu phecelezi ke bathi ama service provider khulunya la ngabo ma MTN aboma cell aboma Vodacom ukuthi abanye laba bakwenza lokho mina angazi kodwa mina ke angizange ngikwenze.
Did you at any stage, is it correct that we are part of the investigating team in this matter?
Yes, it's correct.
Since you took this handset and handed it to Colonel Stein, did you receive any downloads of the request that we have related to Colonel Stein?
Kamera go lebele fane ka sella thekeng se le seneile Colonel Stein le la humana di download tse be di boya wena Colonel Stein.
Awa ga ke tshetse bole tse ke le fa pala Brigadier Gininda gomme ke na tsebang gore o dira re tsheng ka tsho.
No, and as I have already stated that is the department of Brigadier Gininda. He is the one that will be able to know on what happened about with them.
Ucingo lokuselithathiwele la hanjiswa kuyena uKenneth Stein ingaba wayithola yini imiphumela ke cha bese ngishilo ukuthi ukudlulela lapho ukuya ngaphambili ke bese kumsebenzi ka Brigadier Gininda uyena ke ozokwazi ukuthi kwenzekani.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Exempt.
Family Advocate Mshololo has done very well in this regard. You know, the state has definitely lost this one. And looking at Judge Rata, I think Rata is going to rule this inadmissible. He is not going to admit this evidence of the cell phones. He is going to rule it inadmissible. Family, in the comment section, please tell me, what do you say about it? What do you think is going to happen? What the ruling is going to be? And thank you so much for watching to the end. Please like it and subscribe for my channel. See you on my next upload. Bye.